Your dog trots over to you, plops a soggy tennis ball at your feet, and stares up at you like they just handed you a winning lottery ticket. You have seen this 1,000 times. But what you probably have not thought about is what your dog is actually saying in that moment. Because it turns out the simple act of bringing you a toy can mean at least 7 different things. And some of them go a lot deeper than "let us play fetch." Behaviorists and animal researchers have been studying this behavior for years, and what they have found says as much about how your dog sees you as it does about the toy itself. So here is what your dog is really telling you. Number 1, it is not always about playing. Yes, a lot of the time when your dog brings you a toy, they want to play. That part is obvious. But the way they bring it to you tells you far more than the act itself. A dog that bounces over with a loose body, drops the toy at your feet, and then backs up with a wiggly tail is a play invitation. Pretty straightforward. A dog that walks over slowly, holds the toy tight in its mouth, and does not let go when you reach for it is a completely different conversation. That dog might be anxious, it might be looking for reassurance, or it might be trying to initiate a very specific type of interaction. Here is something else worth paying attention to. The toy they choose is not random. If your dog brings you a rope toy, they are probably asking for tug of war. If they bring you a ball, they want to chase. Dogs actually know the difference. A study published in Current Biology found that dogs can categorize their toys by function, distinguishing between toys meant for fetching and toys meant for tugging, even when the toys look nothing alike. They learn the categories just from playing with their owners for a week, no formal training at all. So the next time your dog brings you something, look at what they picked. They chose it for a reason. Number 2, the gift. This one is the one that gets dog owners right in the heart. When your dog brings you their favourite toy, their absolute most treasured possession, they are not just looking for a game, they are sharing something valuable with you. Dogs can be fiercely possessive of their belongings. Anyone who has tried to take a bone from a dog that was not ready to give it up knows this firsthand. So when your dog voluntarily places their favourite chewed up stuffed animal at your feet, that is a display of trust. They are telling you that they believe you will take care of it, that you are worthy of their most prized thing. Behaviourists trace this back to pack dynamics. In a wolf pack, resources are shared among trusted members. Food gets brought back to the den. It is an act of cooperation and social bonding. Your dog is doing the same thing, just with a squeaky duck instead of a rabbit. And if it is a toy they have had for years, one that is falling apart, that carries even more weight, that toy smells like them, like their comfort and their history. Giving it to you is about as personal as it gets in the dog world. Number 3, the excitement overflow. You walk through the front door after being gone all day, and before you can even put your keys down, your dog is already there with something in their mouth. A toy, a sock, a shoe. Whatever they grabbed first, this one is not really about the object, it is about the emotion. Your dog is so overwhelmed with happiness at seeing you that they need something to do with all that energy. The toy becomes an outlet. It gives them something to bite down on, to carry, and to focus on, instead of jumping all over you or barking until the neighbours complain. Some trainers actually recommend this as a strategy. If your dog tends to get overly excited at greetings, nipping at hands or barking like crazy, you can teach them to grab a toy instead. It redirects all that energy into something positive. A dog with a toy in its mouth has a much harder time barking or nipping, and it gives them a job to do in a moment when their brain is firing on all cylinders. And if your dog grabs the same toy every single time you come home, that is a ritual. They have built an emotional association between that specific object and the joy of your return. It is their version of a welcome home tradition. Number 4, the attention bid. This is the one that is more calculated than you might expect. Dogs are excellent students of cause and effect, and they figured this one out early. Think about it from a puppy's perspective. A puppy picks up a sock off the floor. Suddenly the whole house is paying attention to them. The owner chases them. There is laughing, there is yelling, a whole event. The puppy does not care whether the attention is positive or negative. What they learned is that picking something up and carrying it over gets a reaction every single time. As they grow up, this becomes a refined communication tool. Your dog brings you a toy when you have been on your phone too long, or when you are watching television and have not looked at them in a while, or when it is getting close to walk time and you have not noticed yet. That is not pushy behavior. That is a dog who learned the language of your household and is using it. The toy is their way of tapping you on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, I am right here, pay attention to me." Number 5, the comfort offering. This is the one that will make you look at your dog differently. You have probably noticed that when you are upset, your dog acts different. They come closer, lean against you, and rest their head on your lap. But some dogs go a step further. They bring you a toy, and it is not because they want to play, it is because they are trying to help. Researchers at Goldsmiths, University of London, found that dogs consistently oriented toward people who were pretending to cry, approaching them more and for longer periods than people who were just humming or talking normally. What made this finding remarkable is that the dogs did this even with strangers, not just their owners. They went to whoever seemed upset. A separate study took it further. Researchers put a person behind a clear door and had them either cry or hum. Dogs whose owners were crying opened the door to reach them significantly faster than dogs in the control group. The dogs that managed to open the door also showed lower stress levels, suggesting they were able to regulate their own distress well enough to take action. So what does this have to do with the toy? When your dog sees you upset and brings you their favourite ball or stuffed animal, they are working with the tools they have. They remember that this toy made you smile before. It brought you joy in the past. So their logic, if you can call it that, is to offer you the thing that has the best track record of making you happy. It is not sophisticated reasoning, but it comes from a place of genuine connection. They are doing the best they can with what they have. If you are finding this helpful, hit subscribe. We put out videos like this every week, and the next one is going to surprise you. Number 6, the wolf echo. Every time your dog trots toward you with something in their mouth, they are acting out an instinct that is thousands of years old. Their wolf ancestors survived by working as a pack, and one of the most important pack behaviours was bringing food back to the den. Hunters would carry prey home for the pups and for other members of the group who stayed behind. That instinct never disappeared, it just adapted. Your dog is not bringing you a rabbit carcass, they are bringing you a tennis ball. But the impulse is the same. You are their pack. This is their contribution. And for some breeds, this behavior has been amplified by centuries of selective breeding. Retrievers were specifically developed to carry game birds back to hunters without damaging them in their jaws. That is why a golden retriever can hold an egg in its mouth without cracking it. That soft mouth, that gentle carry, that drive to bring things to you, it is baked into their DNA. Herding breeds like Border Collies and Australian Shepherds show a different version of the same impulse. They may not be retrievers, but they are hardwired to manage and move things. For some herding dogs, bringing you an object feels like completing a task, and tasks make them happy. Even if your dog is a mixed breed with no obvious retrieving or herding lineage, the wolf instinct is still there. Domestication changed a lot of things about dogs, but it never fully erased the urge to bring something back to the people they consider their pack. Number 7, the keep-away game. You have definitely experienced this one. Your dog walks up with a toy in their mouth, tail wagging. You reach for it and they pull away. They back up a few steps, do a little bow, and wait for you to reach again. You try and they dodge. This can be frustrating if you think they are trying to give you the toy. But they are not. This is a game, and they are playing it exactly as they intended. When a dog presents a toy and then pulls it back, they are inviting you into a chase. The prancing, the play bows, the darting away the second you get close, those are all deliberate social play signals. They want you to come after them. They want the back and forth, the playful tension, the moment where you finally grab one end and they grab the other, and you are both locked in a tug of war. If your dog does this, the worst thing you can do is ignore them. They put on a whole performance to get you involved. Playing along, even for just a minute or two, strengthens your bond and gives them exactly what they were asking for. And all of this connects to something bigger than any single toy or any single moment. A study published in the journal Science in 2015 found that when dogs and their owners simply look into each other's eyes, both of them release oxytocin. That is the same hormone that floods a mother's brain when she gazes at her newborn baby. It is the chemical foundation of bonding and attachment across mammals. When the researchers ran the same experiment with wolves that had been raised by humans, the oxytocin loop did not happen. Wolves did not trigger it, only dogs. This means that somewhere over thousands of years of domestication, dogs evolved the ability to hijack the same bonding system that humans use with their own children. Every time your dog brings you a toy and you look at them, smile, talk to them, or play with them for even 30 seconds, you are feeding that loop. Oxytocin goes up in both of you. The bond deepens, the trust grows, and your dog files away one more piece of evidence that bringing you things leads to connection. That soggy tennis ball at your feet is not just a toy. It is a conversation, a gift, a comfort offering, and a chemical bonding event all wrapped into one slobbery little package. So the next time your dog drops something at your feet and looks up at you with those eyes, take the 30 seconds, pick it up, throw it, or just tell them they are a good dog because they just told you something important, and they have been saying it their whole life. If this changed how you see your dog, the video on screen right now goes even deeper. You are going to want to see it.